get a haircut and a real job like your big brother Bob.
Hey guys, I'm here with Marine Ramley, and we're gonna answer every single hate messages that I've got on
There's a lot.
on YouTube. I did this video on the one reason not to buy Canon, and I got 2,000 likes, 1,000 dislikes, and about 1,300 messages on it. So obviously people get upset, and we're here to answer all those questions and those hate messages that we got. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already, guys, and hit the like button
And
or
don't-
dislike.
Don't hate. Don't hate.
Don't hate.
All right. So ENT2 says, fucking hipster.
I got nothing. That was because of my outfit that I had.
Nikon is only good for photo, but Canon can give better video quality, especially cinematic. Nikon is good for underexposed photo, but overexposed photo, Sony is the best. So I think it all falls down with the handlers.
Oh yeah.
I think this guy is a crap.
I think this guy is a crap.
A crap.
A crap. All right, so you call me a turd, which is fine. So let me answer that question. A lot of people are saying that Canon is better than Nikon in video, and that is not true because, first of all, Nikon has stepped up their games, and the images out of the Nikons is so much sharper, and the files are so much smaller. If you look at reviews online, the Mark IV, which has 4K, is super soft, super mushy, and not great for 4K. And the file size is huge, huge file size for not so great images. It's 8-bit. So anyway, that is incorrect. Nikon is better now than Canon. In fact, Nikon can shoot RAW in video on an external monitor now with the Z7 and Z6. So in your face.
Nice. Okay, so the next one, the name is Toya Toyoba. It says, noob photographer, mean you.
Noob or new?
Noob.
Oh, noob. I'm a noob.
Noob.
Sure. People are getting upset. Nothing much to say about that. Been doing photos for 10 years, so...
You're not a noob.
like, technically, I'm not a noob. You can't say noob.
I can't say noob. I can say boob, but not noob.
All right, next question.
All right, so the next question is from Peepers47. That person says, we need more of your videos. Did you stop posting to YouTube? There is also good comments, which
There are
is
good
great.
comments. We chose some good comments. Thank you. Yeah, it's hard for me to keep up with all my job as a noob photographer. I'll never let go of it. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up. It's just hard, so thank you. Thank you for those nice comments.
All right, so there is a
holy shit.
yeah, like a whole story coming up. I don't think I'm going to read the whole
No,
thing.
just stop
Okay.
at some point.
So it started by, no, please don't. You won't get more followers by spreading clickbaits people were raging years upon. You are comparing one big anything to some other irrelevant something. The niche where it really makes a difference is too small. Do you even understand the concept of dynamic range? But it goes on and on and on, so should I just...
Yeah, I mean, it does say...
How
do you
often do
understand
you
the-
shoot ISO 100, ISO
Okay, yeah.
64?
Well, if you're... So, what was the question?
There's so many of them.
Okay, for the clickbait part, it's not a clickbait. I'm just saying that Canon should be better in dynamic range. In fact, I was looking at the chart, and Nikon's 2013 camera do better in dynamic range than Canon's 5D Mark, what is it, 6D Mark II, which is a brand new camera. And so yeah, it's a subject that we should look into, and if no one actually says anything, Canon will not get better at it. The Mark IV has the best dynamic range, but that's it. Like the Mark IV is already super old. But anyway, yeah. As for how often you shoot ISO 100, well, anyone who's going to do landscape is going to shoot at 100 ISO, unless he's doing night photography. So yeah, you do shoot at 100 ISO a lot, especially during daytime.
Yep.
So you're welcome. Thank you for your long ass question or comment.
All right, so Alex Padilla do you update videos shoot in RAW in May help?
Do update videos shoot in RAW, it may help. All right, I think he's trying to say that I should shoot in RAW. Oh no, I think he's saying like I did a I think he said I compared JPEGs, but no, all the comparison was in RAW. So sorry.
All right, this one starts by ha 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 ha. Canon is number one. Canon don't need to pay faker like this. So you're a faker.
Wow, call me a faker.
You're a lot of things. A noob, a faker, a fucking hipster.
I think he's saying that because I did say in my video that this video was not sponsored by Canon. Obviously, it was a joke. But yeah, thank you, buddy. I'm glad I made you laugh.
Yeah, that's a nice thing. All right, next one is from Guillermo Miranda. He says, "Get a flash, buddy, and you won't need to push your exposure slider by 12 stops." Lol.
La, 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 la. All right, I get that all the time. This is the one thing that comes up all the goddamn time is people telling me expose correctly. In this video that I showed in the one reason not to buy Canon, I obviously showed you way underexposed photos so I could prove that Nikon was amazing at getting the pushing the shadows and getting back all this information in the shadows. And there's a lot of times where you do not have a flash. I'm going to show you a photo right now that I shot at a wedding where in Hawaii, where the sunset was setting behind the groom and the bride. So there was no way I could get a flash there during the ceremony. So you'd need a camera that can actually shoot with a great dynamic range and push the shadows.
Cool. All right.
Damn right.
MX Danger says, "Canon is my family and nothing will let me ditch them. Mostly the ecosystem. Great video nonetheless."
Well, that's a great comment, and true. A lot of people are not stuck, but they've been shooting with a certain camera for a certain brand for so many years, and it makes sense not to switch, especially if you have tons of lenses. And if it works for you, then it works for you. I just wanted this video was just a little like, hey, Canon should do better in dynamic range sign. It wasn't like a hate video for. In fact, I'll do another one. One reason not to buy Nikon.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of.
Here you go. And all the reason not to buy Sony.
But I want to get so many hate messages again. That's
Yeah.
fine. I can deal with it.
Okay. I can come here and just read it for you if you want.
Yes, please.
Okay, so Geoffrey Whitehouse says, sort of a bit of a nonsense here. You should be encouraging better exposure techniques, not underexposing image, and then going, wow, look at that.
All right, so that's my bad once again.
Yeah.
From not telling people. I mean, it's kind of obvious. I start right from the top saying, hey, this is how Nikon is amazing. And but yeah, I should have made it clear that this was not how to shoot a photo, but more like, hey, this is what you can do. And also, you need to underexpose and save those highlights. So shut up.
All right, so this one, Rakesh says, if you know how to get proper exposure and you have enough light to work with, Canon is better.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those nonsense comments again. Nikon, Canon is better. It's a viewpoint. Exactly. On this note, well, actually, no, let's go for the next one.
Okay.
People talk about skin tone all the time, so we'll go for that one. We'll go to that one.
This one?
No, just
okay.
Go for which one?
All right, so Rikioki. Sorry, Rikioki. I prefer the Canon shots. Their life and hue to them that is more appealing. Also, most of your underexposed shots. I don't understand this. Nitpicking through technical data.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people said that they like the Canon better because they were, I don't know, sharper, I guess. I don't know, they might have been. When I showed the side by side, I was trying to show the grain and how much shadow recovery you could get. So I wasn't looking at how sharp they were. But I mean, if you like the Canon better, then go for it. I mean,
yeah,
you'll know.
Be you.
Oh, be you.
Be you. All right, so Anthony's vlog says, all good technical data. Misleading title, wasted my time. So it started well.
Yeah.
And then...
That was great. Thank you, Anthony vlog. Misleading data. Not really. This is just fact. This is me comparing. I showed some DP reviews side by side, and every single, I mean, every single blog or photography website will tell you Nikon has and Sony and even Fuji has better dynamic range than Canon. Most Canon cameras.
BF4 Pontard.
Excuse me?
Sounds like an insult.
Yeah.
Was going great until you mentioned DxO. Scores, then I stopped watching. Just get out and take pictures with whatever camera you have and stop reading rubbish on the internet.
People do hate DxO, and I agree with them on a lot of parts because those numbers are a bit iffy, especially their overall number. But the dynamic range, I look at the dynamic range, and they do test the dynamic range at the lowest ISO. So it is true that, God damn it, this is Paris Life. Sorry for the sound, for the noise. But yeah, there are the websites that do test the dynamic range at every ISO, and most of the time it's true at starting from ISO 800. Canon catches up with Nikon and usually beats it. But yeah, other than that, I don't really look at other stuff on DxO. But it's just an easy number to show people.
All right. So Jay Santos says, I think it's funny. Friends don't let friends shoot with Nikon.
That is amazing. Friends don't let friends shoot Nikon. Word, man, word.
All right. So
you do look very white.
I do. I look like a ghost. But it's fine. I'm very fair, so it's fair.
Why are you skipping?
Because
some?
it's... Okay, fine. I just skip one, but I'm gonna read this one. Logic. Okay, so because I can't say the name.
You can't say the name, exactly. Don't say the name then.
Okay. that person said...
Say the name.
I need rude liar. 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 Because it sounds like any rude liar.
Yeah. Okay, that's his
name.
But
it's not his name. I'm sorry.
Go for it. Okay.
Logic. Why would Canon sponsor a video which is basically dissing themselves? Good enough reason for me to not watch it. He didn't get a joke at all.
So no, he didn't get the joke that I started with once again with this video is not sponsored by Canon. And he didn't watch the video, so he doesn't know what I'm talking about. Or he stopped at that point.
Right. So Lusuja says, one reason to buy Canon, Magic Lantern.
Very true. Magic Lantern is amazing. Magic Lantern is a little hack that you can,
I thought you meant
to put it simply,
a magic lantern.
It's called Magic Lantern.
I didn't know it was.
And you put it into your it's like a software you put into your Canon, and you can turn them. You can get some amazing RAW. You can shoot RAW. You can actually like unlock a lot of things that Canon should have done a long time ago. And the Magic Lantern is not working as much on Nikon, but yeah.
Okay. Scott Hellinger says, but Nikon color sucks compared to Canon.
To answer that, I will simply refer you to a link. I will put a link, hopefully pop up. Someone did a side-by-side with all the top flag cameras. Nikon, Sony, Canon, and I think maybe Pentax? What's the other brand? Anyway.
Fuji?
Maybe Fuji, yeah. Thank you. Wow. And they did a side by side, and then they did a blind test, and everyone had to write down which photo they liked better. It was a portrait, so it was all about skin tone, and most people liked the Sony A9, and so did I. And somehow Canon got last. So things change. Like that's the thing. Like you cannot say I like Canon better, I like Sony better, because they do change their color science. Sony is working a lot on this, getting the skin tone right, and I think they got it right on the A9 and the new A6400. So it's all about taste and what you like better. So I'll leave it to that.
All right. So Virtuosity Tony says, first like, then watch.
Aww.
I guess you had a nice title there.
First like, then watch. Yeah.
Okay, Saul Salem says, I don't like it.
Sorry.
Drink? No, I'm okay. I think I'm fine. All right. Saul Salem says, another thing you should expose for the highlights and use flash with CTO. You're pro, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure what CTO not sure what CTO is, but yeah, once again, not everyone has flash wherever they go. If you're doing landscape, if you're doing like landscape portrait, if you want to have someone in the landscape and you don't always have reflector or flashes with you, especially if you're traveling light. So yeah, they also, I've had like about 500 of those comments were about that.
Okay, fine. Okay, so I have Rick Rush says, that was one of the best explanations and comparison I've seen on dynamic range. Thank you.
I know, I'll put that one in there. Thank you.
Obviously you did.
I need a little validation every now and then.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. Okay, I compare Canon to Nikon in video. I found out that Nikon is not so sharp as the Nikon.
I think you said Nikon twice, but I think you said Canon is not as sharp as Nikon.
That's what I meant.
Good. Yeah, very true.
I can say it again.
No, it's fine. It is. It is one problem that Canon has, and hopefully they'll fix that with the new cameras. But I think they didn't with their mirrorless. So, crossing fingers.
Which would you prefer, Canon ATD or Nikon D5600? Please answer.
The ADD is great. It has, I think, like 13 stops of dynamic range, which it's very good. It wasn't one of the best Canon for a while, and I think. But yeah, if you're still doing photography, if you're just gonna do photography, go for the Nikon 5600. He said. I think it has 1.5 stops more dynamic range, and that's going to be helpful for landscape photography and even portrait, I think.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
The problem, so Spazza42 obviously says the problem is there's also one reason why not to buy Nikon. Most of their lens on offer have a superior competitor on Canon side. My accent is terrible, that's fine. Nikon's 1424 is incredible, but Canon's 1635 will achieve similar results.
It's a long text, but yeah, a lot of people are saying that Canon has better lenses than Nikon, and it can be said for certain lenses, but I mean Nikon's new 70-200 is fantastic. It's the best at this range. Their new 24-70 for the Z mount, the mirrorless cameras, is actually one of the best 24-70 tested. I've seen that on a few reviews, so Nikon is stepping up the game, Canon is stepping up the game. I think it's very comparable.
It's on.
Yeah, it's on. Next one.
All right, I like this one. His name is Too Smart.
Too smart.
It's August 2018, almost a year later, and I think you've been proven right.
Yeah, unfortunately, well, now it's actually 2019, so that's 10 months ago. And unfortunately, they came up with the new mirrorless, the RP, which is cheap, $1,000, but it has terrible dynamic range because it has the same sensor as the 6D Mark II. And proven right. Thank you.
Okay, good. Drop the mic. Ashley Nadine says, I have a Canon, and it's true about the shadow being noisy. I found an easy solution, and that is to expose correctly. If a situation occurs where highlights are bright, I expose for highlight and I use speed light to correctly expose subjects. Yeah,
it's kind of the same question. I mean, same comment. It's great if you have a speed light. If you don't, you're screwed.
Yeah. Brady Weiss says, hey, it's Screech from Saved by the Bell.
I'm going to pop up that photo on the screen right now. And I did have a poofy hair. But a beard, then I guess if you have curly hair and a big nose, you look like Screech from Saved by the Bell. Thank you, buddy.
Didn't know that person before.
Nope.
All right, Lucas Miska. I see you don't know what is very common. Canon handles overexposing better, and Nikon/Sony same sensor underexposing. You can do same test with overexposed photo, and Canon will win. It doesn't mean that Canon DR is fine. OFC, it's not. Of course.
Yeah, of course it's not.
Okay. OFC.
Yeah, pretty much he's saying that Canon has better
but he
highlight
said it's not
recovery.
Fair. It's not a test.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
Canon has been known for having better highlight recovery And I thought that was true until I shot with Sony, and wow, I found out that Sony has amazing also highlight recovery. So, I might do a test. I have a few friends that have the Mark IV. I need my A7riii back from being fixed because of a sensor problem, also an audio problem, and
What's the problem?
and and an SD card problem.
Oh wow. Okay, so this one is not as nice. So JR. It doesn't say his full name, you see? That's a real hater
JR.
right there. Okay, you need to stop. Who is this video for? People that can't shoot? Why do I ask? You're clearly pixel peeping. Peeping?
Pixel peeping, yeah. Like zooming in.
Okay. Clearly pixel peeping. Whomever is spending over $1,000 for a camera buddy knows how to shoot. I shoot 2 brands. Both have their ups and downs. I've taken nice photos and cheap cameras. Don't blame the camera for a shitty photo. It's the person behind the camera. That's a good point, in a way.
That's a good point. Great point. Other than, except for the fact that it says people spending over $1,000 for a camera but knows how to shoot. Not bloody true. Holy crap. You should see the number of people that are shooting with a $3,000 camera with a crappy lens on.
And have no idea how to shoot.
And have no idea what they're doing. In fact, one of my best friends bought a Mark III.
He's a terrible photographer.
No, it just doesn't know how to use it. And in fact, he sold it after having it for 2 years without using it. So, yeah, not true.
Manu Chapopi, it's kind of like someone recently told you Nikon sucks and now you're really mad at Canon. I've seen a lot of comparison videos, but this one is really just like a rent. You're not a rent. You're a noob.
I'm a noob.
You can be a rent and a noob.
I'm a noob renter. Sure. Not sure what to say about that, buddy. But no, I'm not a hater. I love Canon. I do shoot Canon every now and then. I just hate their dynamic range, and they should change that.
Luther, close to Lucifer when you think about it.
Luther
says, seriously, go F yourself.
Oh, wow.
Over the Nikon and is better than Canon. Skin tone on Nikon sucks over Canon. In JPEG, Canon wins hands down.
Okay, first of all, no one shoots in JPEG. No one should shoot in JPEG. If you want to be a better photographer, shoot in RAW and learn how to, color correct all that stuff in post. And it's so easy now, especially with LUTs and all that, with presets. You can easily handle RAW. So stop shooting JPEG. Maybe Canon has better JPEG. I don't know. No one cares. And skin tone, once again, it's very just matter of taste.
And stop saying go F yourself.
Yeah,
too.
Be nice.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, if you're gonna comment and you're mad, don't start with F yourself.
Just move on.
Because people will not read you.
And move on with your life. It's okay.
Move on.
It's okay. All right.
Oh, thank you.
E.D. Smith. Canon is the commercial sucker. So plastic. Lol.
Commercial soccer. Canon is great at marketing, that's for sure. I do like the feel of their camera, so...
Nikon too, no?
Well, not as good, obviously, because to me, they have better cameras, and better cameras and not selling as much. Canon is number 1 still.
No, yeah, sure, but Nikon has the films. No?
You have one submarine.
Okay,
it's
sorry.
Not.
Never mind. I'm not a pro, I'm just saying. So we are back to the haircut, real job, big brother bun.
Get a haircut, real job. Are we done with the questions?
Yeah, we are.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I did take notes of all the questions that people usually ask. Canon lenses are cheaper. Not true. So many lenses that are cheaper in Nikon. The one that I can think of is 35mm f1.8 on the Nikon DX for the crop sensors. Way cheaper than the Canon, because Canon actually does have a 35 f2, but it's like 300 euros or dollars. Nikon is about 160. Beam in your face,
Very
just like
precise.
that. Just like that. The guy wrote that, and he's like, yeah, just like that. The one question people always ask is Nikon has Sony sensors. Yeah, so Nikon designs their sensors, and Sony makes them. It's kind of like if you look at an Apple, it says designed in California, made in China. It's the same thing. Like they they're the one who come up with everything that they think that they should have in their sensor, and Sony makes it. So in a way, it is a Sony sensor, but designed by Nikon.
Yeah, I just found a cute hater one.
Oh, which one is it?
Okay, it says Kulux.
What's his name?
No, that's his name, yeah. He says, Duncan Dimanche, you just admitted you have no skills. I get it correct. That was...
No, it's nice. Well, stab those...
Establish, like, the relationship. I get a correct exposure first time, almost every time. I guess some rely on correcting rubbish, and some get it right in the first place. Have fun wasting all that extra time fixing your mistakes.
First of all, it takes about one click when you have presets to correct all those mistakes.
Huh.
And secondly, this video was... Yeah, I mean, I've said it again. I should have been more clear about why I showed some way underexposed photos to you guys. But yeah, that's it, guys, I think. Thank you, Marine.
You're
you guys,
welcome.
if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. And if go check this little girl out. She has an Instagram, doesn't have a YouTube channel. Instagram, what's your Instagram?
Marine Rameli.
Rameli.
It's very French.
It's very
I can't
French.
say it in English.
And so check her out. Hit the like button if you like this video, and let me know in the comments below if you have any worst hate messages for me. I would love to answer them. And
Don't hate.
I see you guys in the next one.